Sharad Kohli is with us, who is, like me, a believer in problem solving and applying common sense economics to large problems, is also on the broadcast with us. So I'm going to start with you, Dr. Kohli. Dr. Kohli, now we'll have to agree that unless we find a plan that solves the farmers' problems and it is better, cheaper and more effective, whatever we do is going to be chess beating.
Absolutely, Rishabh. There's not. I must first of all appreciate the mathematics and the research done by your team in arriving at these numbers, especially the 10,000 crore total outlay on providing these machines. Well, I'll address the latter part of your statement first. Well, as the machines get into action, which is we've seen, Rishabh, in so many cases, the improvisation in technology, in machine making is very, very quick. I think we've got dozens and dozens of examples behind us, of different kinds of manufacturing processes or different kinds of field processes for that matter. Look at the cranes which were there and look at the cranes which are there now. So I think as far as the leftover lava is concerned, as far as the weeds are concerned, I think the machines can very quickly be improvised to take care of that leftover and weeds. So that's my first solution. And it'll be just a matter of a very short time, I must tell you, before these leftovers can be cleaned up by the machines as well. In fact, the machine may also leave the quality of the soil better than the quality left by burning it. I'm sure one of the agriculturists would ratify what I'm saying. That's my first thing. Now, my second thing is, Rishabh, if 10,000 crores is all it takes, that's all it takes. And let's say, for example, Punjab. Now, the cost of the freebies being given by various states. I was looking at the freebies. Karnataka, before election, we saw 62,000 crores worth of freebies which were lined up by the ruling political party before. As far as Punjab is concerned, the cost of electricity, free electricity being given, the subsidies being given, 25,000 crores. So the problem is here, and that's where, because this is a problem-solving show, Rishabh. So I'll focus on problem solving. I think if the focus moves on from grabbing votes to letting people live, I think the main solution, because 10,000 crores is peanuts. Punjab has a total loan or total debt, we all know. It is one of the most indebted state in the country. We all know that. I've spoken on your show so many times. Over 3 lakh crores of debt on Punjab. Now, 10,000 crores out of 3 lakh crores, for example, is what? Is not even 5%. So you need less than 5% of the total debt of Punjab. I'm not even talking of the GSDP of Punjab. Is all you need to wipe off this problem. So therefore, I think the will of the political fraternity, the will of the ruling party is where the solution lies. Because this may not fetch votes. Rishabh, I'm being very, very emphatic in making this statement, because this step may not fetch votes. Hence, the calculation which you have done is magnificent.
I disagree on this one point of time, because we are assuming that the farmer loves the smoke. The farmer doesn't love the smoke, Dr. Kohli. You just give him a better option. Just give him a better option which works according to his parameters. If you're going to say this will take 2 months when he's got 2 weeks, he's going to laugh at you.
No, Rishabh. I didn't say that the machines are going to take longer. I also did not say that any other solution.
When you're saying politics, I'm saying that the farmer will appreciate if you give them a cleaner solution, but as long as it comes to their parameters, and it's very simple, guys. It's not rocket science. Dr. Kohli, any child could have done this mathematics. Finish your thoughts.
Just 1 second. I was told, this information needs to be ratified, that many of the agri-scientists have approached the farmers. So many NGOs have approached the farmers. This is not on record, but I know for sure they have approached the farmers that what suits you the best. So most of the farmers said, they are from Punjab. You cannot give me any other solution. The farmers have resisted, Rishabh. This is a revelation I'm making, and I'm sorry. Sometimes when I call them Annadatas, I have a lot of respect for them, and the entire country has a lot of respect. I do not mean any disrespect to farmers, But it is very difficult to change the mindset. All the solutions, Rishabh, which were offered to the farmers, whether it was the biodecompose, which we just discussed, which takes longer, so it doesn't really work out, or any other chemical or mechanical.
I'm not suggesting that this is an easy journey, okay? But I am basing it on two premises. Number one, you need a commonsensical problem-solving approach, number one, okay? And number two, you have to assume that the farmer doesn't love the smoke, but it is just so convenient and it deals with everything that unless you provide an equally convenient or cheaper or more profitable alternative, it makes no sense to switch, knowing full well that this is damaging to everything. Okay, Dr. Kohli, finish your thought. I want to get the others in. Please, yeah, finish your thoughts.
Rishabh, from where you left, I'll conclude by saying that farmers have actually resisted all the solutions which were offered. I am sorry, again I say, I don't want a farmers dharna after my statement, but all solutions have been resisted.
Because the solution you're offering is some biodecomposer which takes 4 weeks. So you have to come up with better solutions. So let's try. Let's not give up. Let's try. Okay. Yeah.
Rishabh, solution was offered within the time frame. What you mentioned
so let's try. Here's where the premise stands. Okay. Now I'm going to put another. Okay. So yes. Now we are talking about percentages solutions. Okay. Okay. So now let me quickly take an overview. Dr. Kohli, at the end of this telecast to where I was at the beginning, I certainly am feeling more confident that a solution is possible. Now, how do we logically take this forward? What's the next step, sir?
Well, Rishabh, we have both the Mr. Singhs sitting with us, and both are, agriculturally qualified. They have, I must put on record my appreciation for the advanced level knowledge with which both the Mr. Singhs have given on your show, and I'm trying to digest it. But on top of everything, I think they would agree with me. I know this is not a political show. I know this is not a show where you said in the beginning, where we need to highlight the problem. But I somehow still feel, as an economist, I speak on macroeconomics, and I speak a lot on agriculture. You'll be surprised on the All India Radio. I speak a lot on agriculture as well. I still feel that the super problem, and that's where the super solution has to be, there I think cooperative federalism is one of the problem. And if we could do something as big as GST, and solve the problem, all the states and centers sitting together, if we could solve this, I think incentivizing the farmers, giving them machines, organic farming, mulching, all these solutions are definitely workable. What's the big deal? It's workable.
These solutions, it is workable. करने वाली बात है. अब डर गए तो मर गए. Absolutely सीधे.
करने वो बिल नहीं है ऋषभ? क्योंकि वो I'm sorry to say this, क्योंकि वो वोट नहीं लाती है. वोट क्या लाती है? बस में फ्री चढ़ा दीजिए, बिजली फ्री दे दीजिए, महिलाओं के खाते में 500,000 रुपए डाल दीजिए. These are the things that get votes. And what the political fraternity is forgetting. What the political fraternity is forgetting, Rishabh, is that general elections are coming, and people who are breathing this poison day in, day out in the gas chamber in northern India.
Yeah,
these will be the very people who will go and vote.
But nobody's dealing with it. There's not one political party that's addressing this issue. It doesn't make a difference where they are in power, not in power, or they're in opposition. So that's the bottom line. So unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I remember when seat belts had to be made compulsory. The seat belts had to be made compulsory oftentimes because the courts have to intervene. Because there's an incremental cost to putting a seat belt to the manufacturers, to the people already driving cars. Nobody wants to take an unpopular move. Would you imagine a lot of you take helmets for granted these days? No, that if you're on a two-wheeler, you wear a helmet. There was a point of time when the helmet mandatory law had to be enforced. And that wasn't easy either. It is unpopular because if a person doesn't have too much money, you're asking them, you buy a helmet also. If there are two people, then have two helmets. So everything is sometimes gets stuck because we think it can't be done, even though it's for our own good. But let's change the premise. Yes, it can be done. Okay.
And filter cost, every year filter cost because of the bad.
The filter aata hai yaar. I know. So again, solve the problem rather than trying to solve the issues that emanate from the problem. Okay. I'm going to take a break. Okay. It is possible to have a sensible, intelligent, problem-solving, commonsensical approach to this. It is possible. Okay. We know it's possible. We've had it this year. Enough is enough. Now, you can play all sorts of denial games, but if you look outside, everybody can see it, everybody can smell it. This is a problem that needs to be solved, and it has to be an incentive that works for the person who is the farmer in terms of speed and in terms of cost effectiveness. Unless we nail that. So my appeal to all of you watching the broadcast, okay, come up and do the rapid innovation and design that is required. Government of state, government of India, we've done the mathematics for you. We are not talking crazy money, okay. Put those tenders out there because you incentivize private industry to come up with the solutions. Miracles will happen, because I don't want to sit here and have this conversation next year. And if we have it for the next year, and the next year, and the next year, and the next year, how many years before the national capital of this great country, of this new India we're building, has to be abandoned? Let us not be the generation that sees that fate.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.